Good evening, and thank you for joining us. Tonight, President Trump says data shows the U.S. has passed the peak on new coronavirus cases. This as a battle is brewing across the country over how and when Americans can get back to work. The virus is still taking a deadly toll. There are now more than 2 million confirmed cases worldwide. More than 600,000 are in the U.S., where deaths have surged past 27,000. Tonight, New York's governor is ordering everyone there to wear masks in public. And LA's mayor reportedly won't allow concerts or sporting events until next year. But in other places, there is anger that all of those restrictions are taking their own toll on the economy. In Michigan today, cars jammed streets near the Capitol protesting that state's strict stay-at-home rules. And while most restrictions nationwide were put in place by governors, President Trump says tomorrow he'll announce federal guidelines to reopen the country. Today's financial news is only adding to the president's sense of urgency. Retail sales for things like clothes and furniture hit historic lows in March. And that federal loan fund designed to help small businesses pay their employees, well, it's set to run out of money tonight. All of that balanced against scenes like this in New York City. Bodies piling up in refrigerator trucks because funeral homes can't keep up with so much death. Our correspondents have new reporting tonight, and Mola Lenghi is going to lead us off in New York City. Mola?
Well, Nora, while that death toll continues to rise, hospitalization rates here appear to be flattening out still. And that has Governor Cuomo thinking about his approach moving forward. Today, he announced that he will be requiring all New Yorkers to wear some sort of face mask when in public. It had been encouraged. He will now be requiring it. This, as some Americans are growing increasingly frustrated with their stay-at-home orders.
In Lansing, Michigan today, a loud sign that some have had enough with their governor's 3-week-old stay-at-home order.
We have to go to work. The economic fallout from all this is going to be much worse than the virus ever was.
Americans in 44 states are under social distancing orders. And as some states, like Texas, continue border stops, ordering out-of-state travelers indoors, some are preparing for what opening up might look like. Los Angeles is considering banning large sporting and music events until 2021. And New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy said today his state will not be business as usual there either.
The notion that we're going to go back to some sort of, let's just turn the clock back to 3 months ago, I just don't see it.
Maryland and Massachusetts announced they're hiring 1,000 workers to trace contacts of the infected. But today, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo said his state won't get there unless the federal government helps.
When you have a state that has to do a large number of these tests, I'm telling you we can't do it without federal support.
In New York's hospitals, normal still feels a long way off. 2,200 new hospitalizations in the last 24 hours. More makeshift morgues, a sign the death toll continues to rise.
A lot of action going on today.
Mount Sinai Beth Israel ER Dr. Eric Eiting still seeing a flood of patients.
Some people as young as in their 20s and people as old as in their 80s.
Being on the front line has taken a toll on healthcare workers. The CDC tallies more than 9,200 sick and at least 27 deaths, including Minoli Aye's mother, a Brooklyn physician's assistant.
She was my hero, and she was other people's hero, and my dad likes to call her Super Mom because she really was.
COVID-19 hotspots continue to sprout up. The pork production plant in Sioux Falls is now the largest cluster in the country, with at least 644 cases linked to the facility. Nursing homes continue to struggle. In New Jersey, nearly every facility has had at least one case. The death toll nationwide at more than 3,800. In some states, like West Virginia, the National Guard is conducting tests. Still, through the bleak, there are bright spots, like in Oklahoma, where the family of Jeffrey Cowan was able to embrace after he spent 28 days in the ICU.
He was very, very critically ill, and he's very, very lucky to be alive.
And this somber moment at Arlington National Cemetery in the social distancing era, a soldier lowering his mask to console a grieving family as he placed the tri-folded flag on a table at a safe distance away.
Well, of course, there is more to this crisis, this virus, than just the health impact. Today, the city of New York announced a $170 million plan to make sure that every New Yorker has enough food during this crisis. And that is in addition to the 275,000 meals provided to school sites and delivered to seniors every single day, Nora.
Incredible numbers, Mola. Thank you.